They had to write 2 times before the pharmacy was now eventually open for them to do business. That is improper for a government agency to do that. So that's something that all government agencies, regulatory agencies most importantly, should note. This pharmacy, let's even now look at it from the other perspective. They have people who will be working for them for 4 years, 10 months. You sealed it up, you closed it down, nobody went in, nobody came out. That's unjust, that's unfair. First, you did the approval of their, you inspected the pharmacy, you approved the drugs, or you approved a lot of things, and all of a sudden you now turned around to, okay, maybe you discovered some criminal act, but that's even not it. If you discover some criminal, you've gone to the high court, you lost, you now appealed again. You lost at the court of appeal, and they still wrote, and the place was still under lock and key. That's reckless high-handedness, to say the least. And
executive reckless.
and I think government agencies should be mindful of that, because you've killed destinies, you've killed people's source of livelihood. People who even worked in that pharmacy will no longer be working. It's a factory, not even a drugstore, a factory that produces a lot of drugs and all that. So whether you are a regulatory agency in whatever sector, we appeal that we urge that you be more circumspect with your regulatory activities. So in this case, there's just something I want us to note, and which is the issue that has to do with detinue. It's a word that we might not have been familiar with, but we do that every day. So there are 5 grounds that the Supreme Court, the Court of Appeal, said that you have to establish to prove detinue. First, you must show that you are the owner of a particular property, and secondly, you must show that you gave it to somebody else. Third, you must show that you demanded the person to return that thing you gave to him or her. And the fourth is that the person has refused, to return it. So first, you own this particular property or chattel. Secondly, the person is in possession of it. Then the third, you made a demand. And the fourth, the person has refused to give it up to you. No legal excuse. There's no excuse known to law why the person is still holding on to that property. So in that respect, with the happening of this circumstance, you can legally go to court to enforce your right for that chattel or that property to be returned to you. And that's a bit like what happened in this case, but not exactly. But we should know that these are things that happen, in our daily lives.